Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the YYC Real Estate Show. Today we have myself, Shiraz, and Sebastian back here. We're doing a little Stampede update, boys. Busiest time of the year in Calgary. Probably the most electric time of the year in Calgary. So
yeah, it's been a really good Stampede so far, winding it down to the tail end, but it was just in the nick of time where we had our water restrictions lifted and we had a bunch of weather craziness, hailstorm, flash floods, and then just with our luck, a day or two before the Stampede started, it was just clear weather, and it's been very, very hot. Yeah, yesterday was the hottest so far, 35 degrees it got to yesterday. So, Calgary, the city of extremes, minus 35 or plus 35.
yeah, and the weather is reflecting the records that are being broken. I think the other day, there's 215,000 people passed through the Stampede grounds. We set a
daily record.
And then for the first weekend, it was like 500,000 plus people.
Crazy. Yeah. I wonder how much money they're gonna make this year. I think last year was
just enough,
over 800 million. So
really,
yeah,
wow,
for everything combined,
yeah, like all the vendors.
Yeah.
So that's pretty incredible.
Wow,
it's a good injection of money into the city.
Yeah.
So what we were talking about the last few episodes is how drastically and quickly the real estate market can change right before your eyes. So what's happened is there was finally a rate cut, 25 basis points. We imagined that to bring much more transactions and buyers to the table, but we've actually seen the opposite. Every week, if you watch our previous episodes, you'll probably notice there were 700 to 800 sales. And that went all the way down to the 500s.
Yeah.
And active listings went from 2,000 to 2,200 to now a little over 3,000. 3,184 as of right now. And so more listings, more inventory, but less transactions. So it's really, nobody can unfortunately predict what the market's going to do. Mm-hmm. That's why it's almost impossible when our clients say, well, what do you think is going to happen next year?
Yeah, I know, it's hard.
Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Oh, yeah. Maybe I'm going to wait till the market crashes. People have been saying that for 3 years and we're on the sidelines and watching someone that bought a house 2 years ago make 50 to 80K in profit, right?
Yeah.
So
I always preface to my buyers or clients, like we only know what we know now. Yeah. So there's some things you can predict, but the market is hard.
Yeah, 579 sales in the last week. So
who knows? Maybe it's an anomaly because of Stampede, though.
Perhaps.
Long weekend and
So the big thing right now, when this happens in the market, when you're seeing these trends, is sellers must now adjust their expectations. We must manage their expectations. And the big thing right now is going to be price reductions. You're going to see homes sitting on the market longer. You're going to see buyers being able to see more properties with the influx of inventory, almost 1,000 more than 15, 16 days ago. So with that influx of inventory, we're not showing a buyer 2 houses. We're going to show them 4 or 5 now, right?
Yeah.
So it does change the market. And then it also it'll help our buyers. But what I'm saying with sellers is, I've heard sellers directly say, well, my neighbor sold 2 months ago in day one with competing offers. Mm-hmm. And I want that. And I want that much. And we've listed it, 0 showings, right? So we've had to just do a price reduction. Right. And now we're getting showings. So it's just managing today's market and those expectations, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's still a ton of hesitation with buyers right now. And it's probably going to continue for at least the rest of the summer until things when is the next interest rate announcement?
The 22nd of this month.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So I guess we'll see then. If things change and people get more motivated to jump back into the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm making them calls, people are just like, hey, you know what? It's just not right. These interest rates, they're still saying it's crazy. It is what it is. I mean, historically, it's not that crazy.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not. Exactly.
But, yeah.
And we talk many times about the importance and guiding our clients, whether it's a buyer or seller, correctly. There's quite a bit of a journey that people don't see from buying and selling. There's many, many steps that go overlooked. You just think you're going to go on a showing tour, see a house, agree to buy it, and that's it. But behind the scenes, once that is done, there's so much work. Yeah. So Zach, go ahead and tell us. I mean, I know you're working on one. You have an inspection later today.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, man. I think I think a lot of people think that it's an easier process than it is, and it's our job to kind of preface what the expectation should be, what's going to happen. I mean, you're buying a condo. I'm going through it right now. The condo, you should always have a condo doc review that basically eliminates any worry or stress of any upcoming assessments or anything, any big expenditures that are going to come.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that they're not going to come.
But as of now, and then obviously the home inspection, and it's really just about getting things done fast. Obviously, there's a condition date that needs to be met. So it's best to work with the listing realtor on the other side to make things go smoothly. It is somebody else's home that's living in it, so give them some time, to be able to get out of the house and provide
vacant possession.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but what I was touching more on is like if it's a condo, in my opinion, it's much more valuable and advantageous for you to have a condo doc review versus an inspection, because an inspection is for a home. In a condo, everything's covered by your monthly fee and the common area maintenance and insurance of the building and everything like that. So a home inspector is not going to get on the roof. He's not going to check all these other things that he would normally check in a home, right? He's not going to check the meters. He's not going to check the attic.
Yeah.
He's literally going to come and make sure every electrical outlet is working. Make sure all the appliances are working.
Make sure the windows
take
function
the
properly.
infrared camera of the windows. Make sure they're not. But then even then, on most condos, even sometimes the windows aren't the owner's responsibility, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's almost like, it's leave it always up to your client. If they want to go ahead and get an inspection and a condo doc review, they can do that. But through experience and knowing that you're just dealing with what's inside, you can go and check every appliance. You can check every light fixture with them, It's almost like...
And that's why we also do walkthroughs.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, in my opinion, it's like I'll always advise them that you 100% do the condo doc review.
Yeah.
Right? Do that for sure. Right. That is your inspection, in my opinion, when you're buying a condo. So it's like, what's happened to the building? What's projected to happen? How much do they have to do the new roof they're going to do 10 years from now?
Yeah.
Right? So that's why you get a condo doc review. And people always ask, they're like, when they're looking to buy condos and aren't aware, they're like, well, why does the monthly fee change? What is this special assessment?
Yes.
Right? So it can be one of two things, right? If let's say a building needs $300,000 to do a new roof, but they've only collected $220 from the condo fees and set aside that. Because the condo fees will pay for a list of items. One of those items is the reserve fund contribution.
Yep.
So everyone is collectively pooling into this reserve fund where they're going to take from to do these big expenditures, upkeep of the building.
Yeah.
So when there's a shortfall, the two options are, does every owner get a special assessment, it's known as, which is a bill, non-negotiable. If you don't pay it, it gets put on your land title and it must be paid.
Yep.
And it'll have interest accruing on it if you don't pay and it gets put on your land title.
Yeah.
So there's no really way around it. There's no negotiating it, right? So either you're going to get a special assessment and everyone pays $2,000-$3,000, or everyone can vote and opt to just have an increase to the condo fees for 5 years. Or
there's also what happened with one condo I was working with where the corp took out a $4.5 million loan. So that means that each unit owed about $45,000 on this loan, which was supposed to be paid off over 25 years. So that means that for the next 5 years at least, each unit owner has to pay, on top of their condo fees, $220 per month for that loan, right? And then the thing is that when the market was hotter 2 months ago, quite a few people bought some units there unconditionally, and this just came out.
Yeah.
Right? So. Yeah. So I would say it's a must. It's a must.
It's a must. And important to note too is do it with a professional company. I mean, condo docs can be 100 pages long.
You always get a professional.
Always professional. Everybody, might have experience, and even for realtors, we don't read through them because there's too much information. So always go professional. Have the peace of mind.
It's the same as hiring a professional home inspector and not bringing your dad or your uncle or you yourself saying, well, I'm going to show up, book a 4-hour showing for me, and I'm going to show up there with my ladder.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So always, and it's part of the process, right? If you look at it and you're buying something in town, the lowest you're going to buy something for is a few $100,000. So what's $399? What's $400 compared to you and protecting you and making sure your
Yeah,
200,000
your huge
is
purchases.
money well spent, right?
And the thing is that the buyer might be like, why do I have to pay? Why do I have to fork over $400 to do a condo doc review? They have to pay for the condo docs themselves, the sellers, right?
That's a charge as well.
Yeah.
Not people are aware
Everybody
of.
has their own cost, and the sellers
Yes.
are required to provide those documents.
Yes.
Right?
And it can cost them $500 too.
The last client I had $630 for
Yeah.
the condo docs,
Yeah.
right? So everybody's got their.
It's
their-
part of
yeah.
the transaction, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, it's not just. Yeah.
Yeah.
anything else you guys want to talk about Stampede? I know you went to a nice event, concert.
Yeah, I went to Baylor Zimmerman last night. Probably the best live show I've ever seen. I like artists who sing all their songs like lyric for lyric. Like some guys will perform and have the music in the background and like say like 3 words, then like let the music
Yeah.
play. Yeah,
Put the microphone out, yeah.
Great performer. So yeah, it's been electric, and
Yeah,
the weather helps. You can feel the buzz in the city. Like everywhere you go is Stampede. So yeah,
that's
I love
awesome.
it.
And the pedal pub, lots of fun as
Yeah,
well.
one of the shout out Pedal Pub Company.
Calvert.
Yeah, shout out Calgary too as well. But yeah, the Pedal Pub. If you don't know, it's what it sounds. It's a pub that you pedal and it goes around downtown and a lot of fun. So if you are
If you ever want to use a
You're in
bicycle
town, check
and
that
drink
out.
at the same time, that'll be fun.
yes, and you can invite your 3 favorite podcast hosts to
Yeah.
come with you as well.
Yeah.
And we had a really good monthly investor meetup.
Yeah,
Cash and Homes and Calvert and the Canadian Real Estate Podcast hosts were there.
Yeah.
Nick and Dan from Ontario. So that was a really nice, fun event. We did the on Tuesday of this week. So looking forward to next month and watching that grow. And
yeah, for sure. You have 2 very cool guys, that Nick and Dan,
Yeah.
doing very well. So
Yeah. That's awesome. No, but yeah, it's great. Get out there, go to Stampede, check it out, get some weird food,
yeah,
some
no
deep
kidding.
fried Oreos.
Yeah, it's weirder than that now. I don't even know, but
Yeah.
it's like the
well, they always had
normal
like
one now.
scorpions
Yeah.
and I think gator.
Gator. Yeah.
It was my first time checking out the chuck wagons as well at the Stampede. It's a fun event. It's fun to watch. I didn't understand it. I don't know who won.
It can be very dangerous.
Yeah, but supposedly there was too many fatalities, so they took out 1 chuck wagon. So now it's not 4; it's just 3.
Fatalities
Yeah.
for the horses, right?
No,
I think
for people.
Really?
Oh yeah, because I mean, and for
Yeah,
both
front over,
actually.
yeah.
But if there's one mess up in the cart, like you're going
Oh,
so
man.
fast, there
Yeah.
you have horses and it's just-
Stomping over you?
Yeah.
I saw this. There was also like the relay race where the one racer goes around the track and then jumps off in his bareback,
Yeah.
jumps on another horse and does that for 3 laps. And one guy, like one team member, like from a different team, got hit by a horse. He got knocked down, and then
That's pretty crazy. It's
tough
pretty
guys.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, but it's good. It's good.
Alright,
Yeah.
fellas.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, that was a nice quick little update for you on the market, and we'll see what the inventory levels do, and we'll see what the 20-second rate update also does to the market. And enjoy Stampede, enjoy the weather. We hope to see you next week.
Awesome. Thanks, fellas.